Top 7 Action News starts right now with a breaking news alert.
Massive explosions lighting up the sky in Clinton Township. Multiple fire departments and police agencies are on the scene near 15 Mile and Groesbeck. Explosions still going off at that site.
This is a view from Chopper 7 moments ago showing the enormity of this huge fire. It almost appears to be volcanic at times. It's still going off. We can still hear blasts. We want to get right to 7 Action News reporter Ruta Olsanaida. Ruta, you've been on that scene. Tell us what you know now.
Yeah, well, things are a little bit different, you guys. Thank you so much. But the explosions have kind of calmed down. But even about a half hour ago, it was nonstop, boom, boom, boom. And every single time an explosion happened, this community, their jaws, fell. They've never heard something like this. I've never heard something like this. If you're ever at a 4th of July parade and you can kind of hear the explosions from far away, it sounds like that, but times 10. Like we're too close to a fireworks show to be safe. We are in an industrial part of Clinton Township. There's electrical buildings, construction buildings. What that building is exactly, we're not sure. But what's coming down from the sky after those explosions is a lot of debris, some sort of tanks. Now, we're not sure exactly what was in those tanks. Of course, we're not exactly sure what the building is that exploded and that the fire is coming out of, but some sort of tanks, that's what's falling from the sky, as well as glass. That's why we've been pushed back further from the scene. But folks that are living 5-6 miles away even heard it. We have one community member that kind of heard everything. Ma'am, could you tell us your name?
My name's Leah.
Leah, kind of when did you hear that something had happened?
It's probably been about 2 hours now, and my children's father called. He's a couple miles from here, and while we were talking on the phone, you could hear what sounded like bombs going out in the background, and he wanted to make sure that we were all safe. And from my porch, we're 8 miles away from here.
8 miles?
Yeah, and from my porch, you could see red in the air, and every time there was an explosion, you could see the red just shooting up in the air. We didn't know what it was, so we came out here to, check it out. And
what went through your head when you saw that, when you heard that?
I have no idea what to expect, because it sounded like, like bombs, like fireworks, but seeing that red in the air, we knew there was some kind of fire. So we got out here, and obviously there's a lot of traffic and fire trucks, and we made our way here to see the fire, and it's just amazing. I don't even have words for.
When you see the debris, some sort of tanks, the glass, and the first responders working so hard to put this fire out, what goes through your head?
Well, I'm thankful that they're risking their lives to put this out. It was pretty intense for a while. They couldn't even we just saw fire trucks waiting just to get to the fire. It was so bad. Driving in the parking lot, we actually had to drive around some of this debris, and we're clearly far away from the fire, so it's pretty amazing. These things were blowing in the air.
So this is an industrial part. Do you have any idea what this business might have been?
Well, we heard it was a dispensary originally. I know there's a factory by it because my neighbor actually gets some of his like paint and their I don't know what he called it, but he get from that factory. So we didn't know if it was nitrous tanks blowing up or propane tanks.
Clearly some sort of tanks, and we're glad that you're safe. Thank you so much, and make sure your family is safe. I appreciate your time. Clearly things falling from the sky. It has slowed down now. We've been live now for a few minutes and haven't heard a single explosion. That was not the case even a half hour ago, which is why we had to move back as police were telling us, be careful. Things are falling from the sky. That's why at our feet there's debris, there's glass, there's some sort of shrapnel and tanks. And so that's why we see the firefighters behind us. They're exhausted. This fire was angry, but it has now subdued. The firefighters that have been working constantly nonstop, you see them panting, you see them out of breath. It's working. The fire has now calmed down a bit, and these community members are happy for it, but we'll remain on scene for you guys and keep you updated, guys.
And Ruta, certainly those tanks that you see on the ground there says something about what was exploding. Also indicates from the sound something under pressure. There are a few businesses in that area: Alpha Precision Aerospace, Ultrasonic Inc. And of course, let's go now to a caller on the phone. Chad is joining us. He lives in Clinton Township. Chad, tell us about what you've experienced.
Hey, yeah. I just had the laundry going. I was watching Disney Plus, and next thing I know, just, boom, a couple booms. I just figured people getting rowdy for the summer and a couple fireworks, and my girl calls down and is like, what was that? And I was like, yeah, that might have been an explosion. So.
Now, Chad, it's interesting to hear your take on it because we've spoke to several people now, some who say they heard it, saw it, felt it miles away, some who say they could feel it, it rattled their ears, fireworks, hydrogen tanks. There's been a lot of theories about what is causing that feeling, and we even heard a couple people liken it to war. What did it make you feel like from your vantage point?
Yeah, I mean, it was really scary. I mean, granted, I'm pretty used to loud noises from Call of Duty and such, but, yeah, it's definitely a lot different when, you're right there.
And definitely comparing it to Call of Duty kind of highlights what she was just saying about sounding like a war. I want to ask you, we first started hearing reports around 9 p.m., and we heard explosions basically up until just before this broadcast began. When did you first start hearing those explosions?
9 definitely sounds right. That sounds correct.
And we've been asking people if they know what kind of businesses are in this area. Any indication of what this might have been that caught on fire?
Well, I've been in there one time. It was, it's actually a head shop, a smoke shop. They probably, butane tanks and the like, probably is my guess.
Okay, so Chad, there could, and another explosion playing out right there, if you could just see that to the left of your screen, and with concern about the air quality, what's happening in the air, what could be dispensed. It would be a good idea, Chad, for you to stay safe, stay in, play some Call of Duty, make sure your family is safe, and for everybody, as Dave, you pointed out, maybe run that air condition, maybe try to just filter through and, keep your home as clean as possible.
Let me just say real quick, because of these explosions, the Sterling Heights Police tell us that their 911 lines are actually down. So if you have a pen handy, take this down. There is an emergency Sterling Heights Police line, and they want you to call it. It's 586-446-2801. Let me say that one more time, 586-446-2801. 2801. We're getting lots of calls into our newsroom, so certainly a lot of people are trying to figure out what has been going on. Now,
we were able to see firefighters a little bit earlier, some struggling over getting some hydrants open, but running. This has been a race to control this explosion in what's been described as an angry fire. Thankfully, some of those explosions have died down, but it's still an effort, a full-on effort, as we're live on air right now to get control of it. We're going to go to Carol, who's with us on the phone. Carol, where are you and what are you seeing?
Actually, I'm between 15 and 16 in Clinton Township off of Groesbeck, and our complex that I live in backs up to 15 in Kelly, which is where around the industrial area where the explosion was. I believe it's a distributing a wholesaler, and the flames were beyond the trees. At first, we thought it was the train that was derailed, but we noticed that there were balls shooting up into the air, and it just continued and continued. The air smelled somewhat of plastic and just a very different smell. It went on for quite a while. We've still heard some of the explosion. It comes sporadic now, that it was pretty bad there for a while.
Are you frightened, Carol?
No. I feel better that it wasn't the train, but I hope no one was in the building. But it is a pretty large building, and it backs up to Kelly. and 15 Mile, and it's very industrial in there, and it was really intense for a while. The police department, fire department, everyone was quick to respond. We heard the sirens right away. There really wasn't even a delay. They were there in, it just seemed like a minute or two. They were there, and I believe the road is shut down now. But it's...
I think we might have lost Carol there, but Carol was telling us that she lives between 15 and 16, which would be just north of this area, and this is where the wind would be blowing. Isn't that right, Dave?
Yeah, and that's the concern now. So Carol, and then earlier in the 10 o'clock hour, we heard from another person up on Hall Road, much farther away from the fire, but also getting that sense of that smell. So I will show you the general idea is the winds are from the south and southeast across the area. They're not that terribly strong. Here's a closer view of what's going on. So here's the fire. This is Groesbeck and 15 Mile. And again, the flow, I made it look extreme on here just so you could see it, but the flow is light from the south, southeast to the north, northwest. So the center of Clinton Township is just north of the fire here. And we were talking to Carol just north, immediately north of the fire by a mile or so. So again, you can see what's going on with Mount Clemens involved here. Sterling Heights involved in terms of being north of the fire, of course, Clinton Township. And then again, we heard last hour from somebody on Hall Road here that could smell the pollutants in the air. So the general idea is if you are going to be north of the fire, get all the windows closed up and get as little airflow from the outside in as you can, filtering the air somehow, maybe the AC, or if you've got some air cleaners in your house to run those a little bit and get that air filtered through the filters rather than just kind of being stagnant. But especially just north of the fire, again, it's 15 Mile here in Groesbeck, and so we talked to Carol just about a mile, less than a mile, north of that with the real strong smell of those pollutants. So it's just until we find out more what's going on, it's a great idea to try and make sure that you're breathing as little as possible that could be coming from the fire.
Now, Dave, of course, because we don't know what this is in the air, people are going to wonder if there's anything that's going to knock it down other than the wind. Are we going to have any moisture tonight that could perhaps do that?
Yes, and I'm sure it looks like they have better control now than they did just 25, 30 minutes ago with the fire, but the rain chances are going to come very late toward morning, 5, 6 o'clock, so I would guess they'd have it under control. But we will get a steadier rain tomorrow in the morning, and of course with hot spots and all that kind of action, maybe that helps as well. But it certainly looks like they're getting a better handle on it now than they did about a half an hour to an hour ago.